What's up, everybody? It's Conger Live. We're back again with another TMNT Mutant Madness video. In today's video, we're looking at the early mutation sneak peek for next week's Dimension Clash. %, power boost in Dimension Clash to these heroes. Super Irma. Oh my god. Done for. What? Super Irma. She's already busted. Tempestra. Okay, now that'll be cool. That'd be fun to play with. Not sure she'll survive too long against all the Irmas out there. And Baxter. Okay, yeah, we've passed on Baxter in the past when he's on Mutation. So let's go take a look at all their kits. Okay, here we are in the box. We're going to take a look at Super Irma first. And boy, is she super. Her Magnetize selects a tile and target all enemies within range 1 of it. Deal 24,000 energy damage to all of those enemies. So much damage. Inflict disarm for 3 seconds. Deal extra damage. And inflict disarm for 2 extra seconds to targets at or above 10 armor. So even though it's energy damage, if they have armor, it hurts them even more, and they need barrier to mitigate this. So this is why she's just really nasty. That's one of the main reasons. And of course, target all enemies in a line at range 5, deal energy damage, inflict disarm for 3 seconds. Disarm is great. Inflict negative 50 strength for 6 seconds to targets above 50 strength, and do the same for focus. So this is going to help mitigate any sort of power boost the enemy has. Repelling force when attacking, deal extra damage per other hero at range 1 of the target. So extra damage, kind of like Splash but different. Just extra damage to the main target if they have friends next to them. Inflict negative 30 haste to enemies at range 2 if not stunned or silenced, and gain 30 haste per enemy at range 2 if not stunned or silenced. So she's reducing the haste, she's gaining the haste, she's doing extra damage. It's just nasty. And those heroes at range 1 of the target can be friendly or foe. So like, yeah, she just puts out lots of damage. Metal Manipulation, gain 25 armor per other hero at range 2. Gain plus 25 extra armor per other hero at or above 10 armor at range 2. Range 2 is either next 1 or 2. Inflict negative 0.3 haste and will to all enemies per armor they have. So all enemies, taking away haste and will if they have armor. She's like just anti-physical armor. And then anti-polarity field, target all enemies at range 3, inflict negative 40 strength and negative 60 focus for 7 seconds. Gain more defense and 10 focus for 7 seconds per hero at range 3. Just insane focus bonuses from her. And then that includes with her equipment skill. Oh, jump into her equipment skill. 36 armor and focus and 9 will. So she's beefy. She's just an all-around powerhouse. So Super Irma is awesome. The next one up is Tempestra. Now I'm excited because I got a 5-star Tempestra, so I'm definitely going to be using her. I might take her up to 225, 250. Let's look at her skills. Nuclear Thundercloud. Select a tile, target all enemies in range 1 of it, of 3 tiles at range 1 of that tile, and deal a bunch of energy damage over 3 hits. Deal extra energy damage, inflict negative 20 will for 8 seconds to targets that are stunned, rooted, slowed, or under 0 haste. So this actually, the under 0 haste, that's going to work well with Irma, because Irma does take away the haste. But also stunned, slowed, rooted, so stun teams going to really benefit. Any stuns that you can lay out is really going to benefit this. Metalhead, off the top of my head, right off the bat. Metalhead, Attila, April, of course. All can put out those great stuns. Wind Blast, target all enemies at line in range 5. Negative defense. So stripping defense is great. It's a lot too. Basically just annihilate their defense. And negative 100 haste. So that also supports her ult. And slow for 4 seconds. Inflicts silence for 4 seconds to targets under 40 strength and focus. Silence is pretty nasty, but not as nasty as it could be. It'd be nice if silence also stopped them from gaining meter, but so when the silence is over, then they just use all their skills. But still, it's nice to silence. When attacking, target a second enemy at range 1 of the target and deal energy damage. Then a third enemy at range 1 of the second, deal energy, 2,000 energy damage. Inflict -2 barrier for 30 seconds to each target. So this is really cool. On her basic attack, it splashes. It kind of chain. That's why it's called chain lightning. It goes from one to the next, doing a slightly less damage each time. But then also inflicting the negative barrier is awesome because then it's just going to make it to where they can do more damage as it comes out, and it's going to pair well with Irma, all this energy damage. Digital Deviousness is at the start of combat. Gain defense. Gain 40 focus and barrier per 20% defense up to 80%. So she can gain a lot of focus. That's 160% focus if you can get her defense up. Now she's going to start with a decent amount, which is pretty cool. Now 225, whenever an ally uses a skill, she gains defense if she's not stunned or silenced. So that can definitely help keep this powerhouse of a skill going for her. So I might want to do that. Finally, we have the Lightning Flash. Target the closest enemy at range 3. Deal energy damage, inflict -70 alertness for 4 seconds, and stun for 2 seconds. So she's got a stun there, which is nice. And then at 250, deal extra damage, inflict 1 extra second of stun per range less than 3 the target is at. So the further away they are, the extra time. You could be doing up to 5 seconds stun here. Pretty sweet on that. Yeah, extra damage too. I don't know. I have the ooze. I can take her to 250. You can see I have 37 billion now left over. Definitely I'll take her to 225 for this week. Oh, don't forget, we want to check her equipment skill. I put equipment on her already. After being attacked, inflict energy damage to the attacker. Inflict stun for 1 second if under 40% health. So late in the match, if she's hanging on, she's going to start stunning all her basic attackers, anyone who does a basic attack to her, for a second, which could really, really change the tide. Wow. And that'll, of course, help her ultimate skill with the stun condition. Man, I'm really excited to use Tempestra. Definitely gonna take her up. Now last up is Baxter. He was on Mutation a couple weeks ago for like the science mutation. Now he's like the energy mutation. I guess they're doing, because he's primary energy generators. I'm not going to use Baxter. One reason he's 4-star. Now that I have a bunch of 5-star toons, and he's just not one of the best toons at all. Deal energy damage, inflict damage over time, 4 seconds, -50 strength, disarm and root for 4 seconds. Disarm's great, root's good. Deal extra damage and inflict stun for 4 seconds to targets under 20 barrier. So he's actually going to be stunning a lot with Tempestra. I would imagine it's more likely because of the negative barrier that she's going to be putting out. So maybe he would be more useful if you're partnering him with Tempestra. Overall, just not sure. I mean, Irma's still the powerhouse of these three. His fly swarm target a tile at range 4. All enemies within range 1 of it inflict damage over 6 seconds and -40 strength for 6 seconds. Inflict extra damage over 6 seconds and -60 extra strength to stunned, rooted, or slowed targets. So, meaning that there's stun, rooting, slowing happening. He's going to be able to strip strength, but strength's not going to be a problem this week. It's the focus, which is going to be the problem. Field research, gain 20 alertness if not stunned after an enemy uses a skill. Gain 471 defense and 1 focus for 10 seconds if alertness is at or above 10. Someone's stripping alertness, so I'm not sure if he's going to get this to trigger. And gain extra defense and extra focus for seconds if the user above 20 focus or will. Interesting. So this might, the second part might trigger a lot because there's going to be a lot of focus and will. Definitely the focus from Irma. I just don't think he's going to survive long enough, even under mutation, for it to matter. Inflict -50 alertness and strength to all enemies taking damage over time. So that's good for him. I can see this going really well with the damage over time set. At 225, inflicts -50 haste and -25 will to all enemies taking damage over time. The other two heroes in this set don't put damage over time. So yeah, I just don't see Baxter being used. Some people will probably use him, but I'm not going to. Target enemy at range 1. Target all enemies within range 1 of them. Inflict damage over 6 seconds and -40 strength for 6 seconds. Move up to range 3 away from enemies. And at 250, target enemy at range 1. Inflict slow for 6 seconds. So yeah, this 250 skill is not great at all. Not enough slow triggers. Slow isn't. Yeah, it's not meh. It's meh at all. The 225 is good if you're doing damage over time, but if he's the only one doing damage over time, I'm not sure how much that's going to stick. Now, with his equipment, we'll go ahead and equip all just to read it. His Coil Blaster, he gains 45 focus, flat, that's great. And then at the start of combat, he inflicts Disarm and Root for 2 seconds to the closest enemy. So this is kind of cool, kind of gives you a little bit of a head start, but not for long. 2 seconds is pretty quick, it's over pretty quick. So those are the mutation heroes. What do you guys think about them? Which ones are you going to use? I know I'll be using Irma and Tempest for sure. Leave a comment with your thoughts down below. Don't forget to ninja kick the like button, subscribe for more content, and we'll see you in the next video.